Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 9 Soviet destroyer, the Tashkent. This is the ship that leads up to the Delny, and I have two matches for you guys. I am playing with a smokescreen, because I feel that you can do your destroyer duties better with the smokescreen. With a 7.2 kilometer concealment radius, it's very difficult to actually go and do things like cap, because you just get spotted way further than you spot enemies. The smokescreen alleviates this problem. Now, is this better than the heal? I don't know. But I do want to point out that the captain skills don't really fit using smokescreen that I have, because I have Fearless Brawler, which improves my gunfire power when the destroyer is spotted. And usually, you're not spotted when you're in the smokescreen. So, there's a bit of a lack of synergy here that I wanted to point out for you guys. I think that my build is really supposed to be for the heal, right? With the heal, Fearless Brawler makes a lot of sense. And the Tashkent actually plays completely fine there. Not as well as the French destroyers, because she isn't quite as fast. She does get about 10% more damage output than Mogador, but obviously doesn't have the reload booster that Mogador gets. Also, their ballistics are almost the same. Like, basically same shelf life time, a little bit more AP penetration on Mogador, but pretty close. But of course, Tashkent gets the choice between a heal or a smokescreen, something that Mogador doesn't have. The other thing is that Tashkent actually has the ability to torpedo from concealment. She has 8 kilometer torpedo range and can get concealment down to 7.2 kilometers. So, the Tashkent actually matches up pretty decently to the Mogador. Even the speed difference really doesn't come from the base speed, that's only like 1 knot difference. It comes from the fact that Mogador's speed boost is 20%, Tashkent's is only 8%. All in all though, she's mostly just an annoying gunboat, right? She just sits at far range and just keeps lobbing shells at you. It's not really like impressive amounts of damage or anything like that. It's just really annoying because you can't deal well with it. But again, I don't think it's a very strong tier 9 destroyer, it's just decent. Okay, so we have won basically this entire flank, right? The only ships left are the Azuma and the Jaeger, and sure, maybe that Stalingrad comes into play at some point, but for now, it's mostly just hunting down the Jaeger, and I think the Azuma is just gonna try to run from our Napoli and probably the Preußen. By the way, I do have to mention that this match was played up quite a while ago, so some of the changes that have happened since then, or some of the ships, aren't quite in the game yet. The second match though is from yesterday, and honestly, Tashkent-wise, it's not that different. Oh, hello Jaeger! Would you like some HE? Because I'd like to give you some HE. Oh, knocking out the engine is perfect here, because now he either burns damage control party, or it takes him much longer to try to disengage. Now, when doing this, I'm just gonna... By the way, radar is active, so that's good. It's good because Stalingrad won't have radar later, but I think we're not gonna let the Jaeger go. As long as I keep the island between me and the Stalingrad, I should be able to just freely keep shelling. Now, with the Jaeger's turn like this, there is a little bit of risk, because there are probably torpedoes coming. That's something I need to account for, but I think we can cover ourselves with the island. Also, our team managed to take out the Azuma that was running in the corner. Okay, there seem to be no torpedoes. Excellent, I guess we just take the A-cap. Now we just sail into A and just smoke up and start shelling the Stalingrad, because, I mean, what's he gonna do, radar us? Oh wait, he can't, because he already used radar. Ah, so nice. Okay, maybe those were not the best use of torpedoes, but I mean, it's close enough. Okay, let's give us some room here. I think this is good enough. Let's just stop. And I'm gonna try using AP, because the Stalingrad is pretty broadside, so I should be able to hit pretty nicely. Now, I could potentially try to shoot the Halland if she gets spotted, but I think the Stalingrad is the bigger target. Because remember, while she might not have radar right now, she's eventually gonna recharge that radar. Maybe HE actually would have been the better choice. I mean, I've done decent damage with the hits, but Stalingrad gets perma-fires. Wait, I hit the torpedo? So I think the Holland ate the torpedo. Okay, I mean, this is pretty good. 5k HP. Well, I think he's dead. So now we just go find the Holland, because the Holland, I guess technically the Holland could outfight us. Holland does almost like twice the damage per minute that my ship does, but it's a lot harder to actually hit the target on the Holland. Not to mention, I'm not quite alone. I mean, I have a Napoli here, a Trump, even a submarine. Sure, she has an Audi with her, but what's the Audacious gonna do? Bleed on us? Ooh, Grosse in the middle of the map. That's something we kind of do want to stay away from. At least something like 11 kilometers. Right now, Fearless Brawler is pretty good though, because if I shoot something, well, if I were to shoot something, I would get the full benefit. Now, if I engage that Grosse I'm gonna have to deal with the secondaries. It might make sense to torpedo here though, just in case the GK turns in, because it's not like I'm gonna need the torps or anything else. But chances that it's gonna do anything is very low. Like, seriously very low. Well, definitely in secondary range. And there's no Holland that's spotting me, so... I'm surprised. I would have thought Holland would have... we would have found Holland by now. But I guess not. Yeah, let's just fire. There's just no point in sitting here anyway. I'm gonna try using AP torpedoes. Okay. I mean, there's a wealth of targets for the Grosse but this also means that we just get to do damage for free, or if the GK shoots us, somebody else on my team gets to shoot for free. Yeah, she's gonna angle, so we have to go to HE. Or maybe we just don't. I mean, it doesn't really matter considering how low she is. Oh! The Trump did find the Holland and managed to promptly finish her off. I guess we get to fight the Audacious then. She is completely broadside, so I'm gonna try to use AP, but I don't know if it's the best choice. I don't think I can actually penetrate the Audacious's armor from this far. She might drop, but it's gonna be okay. If I accidentally run into the Haruguma, I still have a smokescreen available, so I should be fine. Ooh, 3000 damage. And those bombs definitely fell short. Wow, that submarine is still alive. I can't believe it. Wasn't the Balao on the enemy team like right next to some of my teammates earlier? How is he still alive? I wonder if HE would do more damage. Probably not, considering we're only at 2 ricochets and 3 non-penetrations. Yeah, I think AP actually here is the correct choice. Although maybe a little higher aim is better. We are technically in torpedo range, but maybe the torpedoes won't reach because, well, the CV is gonna sail forward by quite a lot. Yeah, I think we're roughly now in torp range, so we can launch them, but I don't know if the torps will arrive in time. Because they aren't like the fastest torpedoes or anything. Man, playing ships like this, where you're fast and you have decent guns, is kind of fun. Even if it's not the best, it's pretty good. Because you get to, like, look, we started on the other side of the map. Like, entirely the other side of the map. And now we're here, fighting their CV. And there's 9 minutes left in the match. A slower ship definitely would have not been able to do that. Oh my god! Those rocket planes hit me for 10,000 damage. Wow. Jesus. That's insane. Anyway, our next target will be to fight that Yamato. And, yeah, maybe we don't want to fight two battleships at the same time. We can just fall into concealment, drop some torpedoes, then smoke up, and then engage one of them. Hello, Yamato. I would like to sell you some HE. And by sell, I mean give away freely. Wait, did I not hit the superstructure? Well, that skin kind of messes up the hitbox, I think. I'm not really entirely sure where I'm supposed to aim. I mean, I'm getting fired. Well, I could have gotten fires. But I suppose AP should be fine here as well. Because the upper belt of Yamato is pretty thin. Wow, actually got hit. Damn, people are pretty good at firing at smoke screens these days. Or they're getting really lucky. Jesus, 2 hits. I mean, I still have the option of torpedoing back to HE because Yamato is angling. I guess I can launch one set on this guy and the 2 other sets on the Georgia. Wait, does that... That's not gonna work. There's only 20 seconds left. So I guess I don't really get to torp the Georgia anyway. That's a bit sad. Would have been nice to finish them off. But it is what it is. Yeah, here I'm thinking of it, but I haven't realized quite yet that the game ends in 5 seconds. And now Napoli secondary killed the Yamato. Oh. That's a bit humiliating as a battleship, isn't it? Anyway, we did 150,000 damage. We got 47,000 XP. I stacked up all of the XP stuff, except I think they were all blues. And we got almost 2,600 base XP. So, all in all, absolutely great game. Time for the next one. This time we're in a tier 7 to 9 battle. We're going towards the A cap because, well, as a Tashkent, I don't really want to try and contest the B cap. I think it just won't work very well in a CV match in particular, especially because on the A cap, I will have the help of a black, which means there's gonna be a radar. And as you can see, the Flint, the Veneto, and the Massachusetts are also going into the A cap, so this looks great, especially with the CV coming over here on top of that. This is gonna be, oh my god, look at this! The CV is giving a smoke screen! That's a +1 for me immediately. Like, it's difficult to understate how valuable this can be. Because now the DDs get to save their smoke screens while still doing the initial push. And it just can potentially save your entire destroyer's life. Sure, the smoke screen doesn't last for a very long time, but the initial engagement is really important. And look, the Schultz that we're fighting, she can't shoot back or do anything. All she can do is just get hit. And get hit, and get hit. We're not gonna sink her, of course, but we're definitely gonna chase her off. And on top of that, we have taken the cap zone already. And it's only a few minutes into the match. And I guess we just get to shoot the Iwami. Or the other battleships until then. Whichever that we actually end up fighting. Oh! The CV actually is giving us a second smoke screen. Right, but that's a little bit forward, I'd have to move for that. But it's okay, because my buddy Flint over here also has a smoke screen. And you know what happens when his smoke screen runs out? Well, I have my own. So, we're covered for quite a while now. Ooh, Schultz is low. There's an Admiral Hipper approaching, but it should be fine, right? We have a Massachusetts and a Vittoria Veneto here. We're gonna be okay. Because, I mean, even if those guys push, they're gonna push into torpedoes and lots of HE spam. Right? The 2 battleships just aren't gonna survive that. Yeah, let's just set as many fires as we can. Although if Wujing leaves, obviously we switch to Iwami. Wow, that was a lucky fire. Yeah, she's basically straight on the path for torpedoes. Okay, I should be fine if I reverse and turn in a little bit. I'm gonna speed boost just in case, though. to make sure that my ship isn't quite as sluggish. Speed boost improves your acceleration by quite a bit. Oh, hello. Those are some nice 2 torpedoes. I think the, yeah, goodbye. First blood. So I guess the focus will be on the Hipper now. This Wujing isn't quite visible. It's okay. I tell my teammate that I have a smokescreen, so he doesn't have to worry about it running out in 30 seconds. Although it is a little worrying. Schultz probably has another set of torps by then. But we'll see when we get there. Wait, Wujing is also pushing? It looks like it, kind of. Okay, I should go forward and give the Flint smokescreen. I think I'm gonna have to accelerate a little faster than I want to and get spotted for a bit, just to make sure Flint gets the smokescreen. Because it's more important that Flint stays hidden than me, because I think they can't one-shot me. But they might be able to for the Flint. Ooh, those are some nice torpedoes. Well, Wujing... Oh, that actually hurt. How are you doing, buddy? Are you sure it came to the right place? Because I have some torpedoes with your name on it. Also, those 2 fires look a little annoying. Maybe I can help you balance things out. And we could. That Wujing is now a candle. Triple fire. And I think she's actually just dead. So the focus should be on trying to deal with the the Admiral Hipper that's coming. Okay, she did actually manage to damage control party, but the torpedo hits should... yeah, goodbye. So now, since we can't see the Hipper and the Schultz, I guess I'll go out and spot. Oh, she's a lot closer than I thought she was gonna be. That's not good. And it's not good that she's engaging the Flint somehow. I guess they must see the Flint already. That's not good news. Particularly because I looked at the minimap and I am quite disappointed with my teammates. Hello? Veneto? Massachusetts? Black? Where did you go, guys? We were winning this flag and you just left. What the hell, guys? Aw, that's so unfortunate. We held the line so well with the Flint. Right, we held the line. We sank the 2 battleships. All we needed was a little more help with one of the cruisers. But no, they just left us out to dry. There's nothing else to it, right? Sure, I ran aground, it's a little unfortunate. I should have angled a little better, but I think I would have just died either way. And sadly my torpedo follow-up wasn't enough to sink the Hipper, but she's down to 9k HP. I think the Veneto that finally decided to come back is gonna be able to finish him off. And I complain a little bit about my teammates leaving us, because that was so sad. If we had help by just one more guy there, I think we could have had all of them and maybe lost only 1 ship. But I mean, look, it was a tier 7 cruiser, a tier 9 destroyer versus 2 tier 9 battleships, a tier 8 cruiser, and a tier 9 destroyer, and we sank both of the battleships. And we got most of that cruiser too. Okay, I guess technically we did have help from the Yorktown, so I suppose we can add like half of the CV to it. Regardless, on the other hand, because we held off such a disproportionate force, and the Massachusetts decided to emigrate to the other side of the map, I think this game is in the bag, right? Look at the minimap. There's just no way that the enemy is going to be able to do really anything. Veneto is going to block B from the Eintracht or the Nebraska, and well, look at how many ships are at sea. It just ain't happening for the red team. We're gonna win this. Still, I am upset with my teammates. Okay, guys? You left us out to dry. But this is why I like the smokescreen. You can do plays in the cap zone. Although, I bet if I had played with Heel, I would not have actually suffered as much, because I wouldn't have been in the cap zone. Okay, Black, I believe you can deal with the Schultz, okay? I believe in you. I know you left me to die, but I trust that you can deal with this destroyer. Or maybe it's the Yorktown that's gonna do it. Come on. Goodbye, Schultz. And now we can declare ourselves the winners of this flank. Right? We have more ships left over. And eventually we end up winning by points. Although, if that wasn't the case, I think these guys would have just sunk all of them. But hey, considering how short of a time I was alive, 90k damage is pretty good, especially since we got the first blood. We got a middling amount of results. I'm very sad about the Flint. He deserved a better game for what he did, because he did put his ship on the line to actually hold off the 2 battleships. And sadly, he didn't have the backup that he deserved. I did end up getting both kills, but honestly, look at the damage I did. Right, I think that Flint actually ended up doing more damage to them than I did. I have a bit of a bonus clip for you guys. I managed to get into a bad position. I messed up. I tried to go after the enemy Lexington, but it's a cyclone and I'm within range of the enemy battleship and the CV at the same time while only having 3k HP. I'm basically stuck in this smokescreen until it runs out and then I'm gonna die. So instead of waiting for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna YOLO out of the smokescreen. I'm gonna launch my torpedoes and pray, because that's all I can really do. The Lexington will be the primary target, but I mean, it's gonna hit whatever it hits. I'm gonna try to shoot the Lexington. Well, we got 1 salvo off, and we did 4,000 damage with this. Go, my little torpedoes, go! Everything rests on you. I mean, I was at 91k damage when I exited the smoke. We've done 4,000 so far. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna win the game regardless, so it doesn't really matter, but hey, my pride is on the line, okay? Oh, hello! Thank you for the devastating strike, Mr. Iowa. That's 50,000 damage done. Pretty good. And 3 more torpedo hits. We're at 175k damage and it's still ticking. We've done 84,000 damage since then. Sadly though, we won't be able to sink the Lexington, but we did get a high caliber from this. We're gonna get pretty close, but unfortunately, it's gonna stop very soon. Still though, we did almost 90,000 damage with that 1 torp salvo. These torpedoes are pretty good when the enemies aren't paying attention. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.